Hello everyone, good morning to all. So in this video we are starting with group 17 elements out of the P block. Group 17 elements are the halogen family and these are called as halides because these are the sea salt producers. As first three members of this group are occurs as salts in seawater. So the members of this group are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. Astatine is the only member which is radioactive in nature. These all elements of group 17 have non-metallic character and the non-metallic character decreases down the group. So these are the symbols, atomic numbers. Electronic configuration of group 17 elements is NH2NP5. That means they are having 5 electrons in the outermost subshell, that is p subshell, and they are only 1 electron short to complete their octet. Now let us discuss the periodic properties of group 17 elements. First is the atomic radii and ionic radii. Ionic radii we would be discussing for -1 oxidation state, as -1 oxidation state is the most common oxidation state of this group, as they require just 1 electron to complete their octet, so they will gain 1 electron to complete their octet in the most commonly known compounds. So the atomic radii and ionic radii generally increases down the group due to increase in size owing to introduction of new shell. And there is no any exception in this group. Here also it increases, both of these atomic radii and ionic radii increases as we move down the group. Next is the ionization energy. Ionization energy is the energy required to remove the most loosely bound electron from the isolated gaseous atom. Ionization energies for this group are very high, as these are having 7 electrons, so they would prefer to gain 1 electron instead of losing one. But as we move down the group, the ionization energies decreases because size is increasing, so it is becoming more and more easy to remove the electron with the supply of less amount of energy. In case of iodine, ionization energy is less in comparison to that of fluorine. Next is the melting points and boiling points. Let us first know the physical state of these halogens. Fluorine exists as gas, chlorine exists as gas, bromine exists as liquid, while iodine exists as solid. So intermolecular forces, as we can see, are getting increased from as we move down the group from fluorine to iodine. So the basis for these for this increase in intermolecular forces is that there is increase in size. Also there is increase in molecular weight, and with the increase in both these things, there is increase of van der Waals forces in between the molecules of this group 17 elements in between the molecules. So melting point and boiling point both increases as we move down the group. So coming to the next property, which is electron affinity. Electron affinity is the amount of energy released when an electron is added to the isolated gaseous atom. So as this group is having strong tendency to accept electrons because they are just 1 electron short to complete their octet. So electron affinities generally decrease down the group as size increases. But in case of this group, what happens is electron affinity decreases down the group from fluorine to iodine. But in the case of fluorine, as it should be maximum, as expected is that for fluorine it should be maximum. But due to the smaller size of fluorine, what happens is there are inter-electronic repulsions which renders it having low electron affinity in comparison to chlorine. So the trend becomes this, that fluorine is having lesser electron affinity than chlorine, and further when we move from chlorine to iodine, electron affinity further decreases. So in case of halogens, fluorine is having the maximum electron affinity. Next property is the electronegativity. As halogens are the most electronegative elements of the periodic table and fluorine being the most electronegative element out of the whole periodic table, so electronegativity decreases down the group due to increase in size. Next is the metallic or non-metallic character. This we have already discussed that all these halogens are having non-metallic character, and the metallic character increases as we move down the group due to increase in size, and iodine is having metallic properties, that it is having metallic luster, it is silvery gray in color, and it forms positive cations, that is I positive and I3 positive, showing the metallic characteristics. Next property is oxidation states. Oxidation state of -1 is the most common oxidation state for all the members, as we have already discussed. But as we move from after fluorine, there is an introduction of vacant d orbitals. So due to the presence of vacant d orbitals, the other members of the halogen family after fluorine exhibit positive oxidation states, as electrons there is a possibility of promoting electrons to the vacant d orbital. So they exhibit +1, +3, +5 and +7 oxidation states in addition to -1 oxidation state. Next property is the chemical reactivity. Halogens are the most reactive elements of the periodic table, and fluorine being the most reactive among the halogens. The strong reactivity of fluorine depends upon the bond strength of fluorine molecule. As we can see that bond strength of all the halogens are comparatively very less in comparison to other molecules, like hydrogen is having bond strength of 458 kilojoule per mole, oxygen is 495 kilojoule per mole, but halogens are having the bond strength of the maximum amount is that of chlorine, that is 243 kilojoule per mole. As expected from the size and other properties, fluorine is expected to have the highest bond strength based upon the size, as it is having the smallest size out of the halogen family. So it is and the bond strength is expected to decrease from fluorine to iodine, but fluorine is having exceptionally low bond strength due to the interelectronic repulsions owing to the small size of fluorine, and further bond strength decreases as we move down the group from fluorine to iodine. So these are the properties. Next we move to the compounds of group 17 elements. Firstly, we are starting with hydrides of group 17 elements. These generally in the form of hydrides form monohydrides. Monohydrides are formed by the direct reaction of halogens with the hydrogen gas, and we get hydrides. They combine with hydrides in a different atmosphere, like for fluorine, when we react fluorine with hydrogen, they combine explosively even in dark. They can combine in dark conditions. In case of chlorine, it reacts with hydrogen in diffused sunlight, that it requires light energy for its combination with hydrogen to become HCl. For bromine, heating or at a temperature of 500 degrees Celsius is required. For iodine, only on heating in the presence of a catalyst, as platinum as catalyst is required for the formation of HI. Now coming to the periodic trends of hydrides of halogens. These hydrides of halogens are also called as hydroacids. All the hydrides of halogens are having strong acidic properties, so these are called as hydroacids of halogens. So we are now discussing the physical state of these hydrides of halogen family. Out of the hydrides of halogen family, HF is low boiling liquid, while all other hydroacids of halogens are gaseous state, are having their physical state as gas. So in general, boiling point increases down the group due to increase in van der Waals forces. So here boiling point is supposed to increase with increase in size as we move down the group. But in case of HF, it is having exceptionally high melting and boiling points. Actually, the boiling points due to the presence of hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding is always there whenever there is an electronegative element present. Electronegative element out of oxygen, nitrogen, and fluorine is present. So it has extensive hydrogen bonding, and the hydrogen bonding strength of hydrogen bonding is always greater in comparison to the van der Waals forces. So here the boiling point is exceptionally high for HF. So further, when we move from chlorine to iodine, boiling points increases. So next to HF is HI, then HBr, and then HCl. And in case of aqueous state, HF exists as zigzag type of structure. It forms this type of structure here. This is a covalent bond between hydrogen and fluorine, and this is a hydrogen bond between the two adjacent molecules of HF. The dotted line represents the hydrogen bond, and the solid line represents the covalent bond. Next is the bond strength, bond energy, bond length, thermal stability, and reducing character of these hydrides of halogens. All these properties, that is bond strength, bond energy, bond length, thermal stability, and reducing character, are interrelated to each other. As we all know that size increases as we move down the group. So bond length increases as we move down the group. As the bond length increases, bond strength decreases, as bond length and bond strength are inversely proportional to each other. So if bond strength decreases down the group, what happens is it is easy to break the HX bond. Here X represents the halogen. So whenever there is an ease of breaking the bond becomes increases, that the ease of breaking the bond is increasing, that means thermal stability is decreasing. So bond strength and thermal stability both decreases down the group as we move from HF to HI. And as the bond strength decreases, reducing character increases down the group. So these are interrelated to each other. Like we can start with the bond length. We can start with the atomic size. As we move down the group, size increases, bond length will increase. If bond length is increasing, that means bond strength is decreasing. Bond strength is decreasing. That gives way to the decrease in thermal stability, which further gives way to increase in reducing character. So this is how we relate all these 5 properties in a single thing based upon the size. So Hi is the strongest reducing agent, that is, it easily gets oxidized by atmospheric oxygen. It can be represented by this reaction. So here this reaction can be generalized in this form. Actually what is happening is that X negative present in hydrides is losing 2 electrons and getting converted to the halogens. So it can be explained in the form of the tendency, this can be reducing strength can be measured in the form of the tendency to lose electrons. So if we see here, it is F negative anion and here it is I negative anion. F negative is having small size. Out of these two, the one having more tendency to lose the electron more would be the reducing character. So the small size of fluorine will lead to more electron pull, more strength of the nuclear pull for its electron. As the size is small, so its nucleus will attract the outermost electrons more strongly in comparison to iodine. So here reducing character of HF is less in comparison to that of HI. So this can be explained in this way also. Next we move to acidic strength of hydrides of group 17. Acidic strength of hydrides of group 17, as I have already discussed that these are also called as hydroacids. It depends upon, in general, acidic strength depends upon two factors, electronegativity and the atomic size. As we can see that electronegativity is decreasing as we move down the group from fluorine to iodine. It is decreasing from 4 to 2.5. 4 is for fluorine and 2.5 is for iodine. Atomic size is increasing from 0.64 angstrom to 1.33 angstrom. So based upon the electronegativity, as the acidic strength is related to electronegativity, as that if we increase the electronegativity, acidic strength increases. So based upon electronegativity, acidic strength order should be HF greater than HCl greater than HBr greater than HI. So this is the order based upon, if we just consider the electronegativity. If we consider the acidic strength based upon the atomic size, it means that as it is related to atomic size, as the atomic size increases, acidic strength increases. So it should increase as we move down the group, as atomic size is increasing down the group. So both these properties are indicating the opposite order. So in actual practice, in actual experimental conditions, it was observed that the actual order was this. That is, HI is having the most strongest acidic properties, and which that means the acidic strength increases down the group from fluorine to iodine. This can be explained on the basis that if we move from fluorine to iodine, electronegativity difference is of 1.5, while atomic size is getting more than double here. So the increase in atomic size overpowers the increase in electronegativity, so the order is justifying based upon the atomic size. Further justification of the actual observed order can be made on the basis of Born-Fajan-Haber cycle. Here, the acidic strength of any acid in aqueous condition can be measured based upon this reaction, that how easily it can furnish H positive in aqueous condition. So here delta H is the heat of formation of H positive, that is, the more the energy released for the formation of H positive, more will be the acidic strength. To reach this step, we have to pass through all these steps here. HX is in aqueous condition, will have to first dehydrate it and will have to supply some energy in the form of delta H of dehydration to convert it into gaseous form. Then we'll have to supply the dissociation energy for the dissociation of dissociation of HX gaseous to H gaseous and X gaseous. Then ionization energy would be required to convert hydrogen gaseous to hydrogen cation gaseous, and electron affinity would be released when electron is added to get it converted to X negative gaseous. Further, again, these are hydrated to H positive aqueous and X negative aqueous, which are our last steps. So considering all these energies with sign that what energy is required and what energy is released, based upon this we have calculated, the experimentalists have calculated delta H for the overall formation of H positive, generation of H positive aqueous, which measure the acidic strength. So from here, more negative the value of delta H, more will be the acidic strength. Here, if we compare HF and HI, it is clear from these values that HI is having more acidic strength in comparison to HF. But if we see HCl and HBr, the order is not the same as is the actual order. Here, for the consideration of delta H values, here one thing we have to see that the major role play for the lower acidic strength of HF was based upon the dissociation energy. As bond strength of HF is very high, so it requires positive more positive dissociation energy, that it would require more amount of dissociation energy to dissociate HX molecule in comparison to HI. So that is why the overall delta H for HF is less negative, which made it less acidic, made it having less acidic strength in comparison to HI. So dissociation energy has played the major role in deciding about the acidic strength of HF and HI. For HCl and HBr, if we consider here, we have not considered the entropy factors, but on considering the entropy factors, which is not in your syllabus, so as far as your syllabus is concerned, entropy measurements for this thing are not in your syllabus, as this is very tedious task. It is bit complicated. So after considering the entropy factor, the order becomes this, that is HI is having maximum bond strength, and the order becomes equal, same as the actual order after considering the entropy thing. This thing can also be explained on the basis of basic strength of conjugate base, as is well known that the stronger the acid is, the strong acid is having weak conjugate base. This is the basic concept for conjugate acid base concept. So if HX is more acidic, then that means its corresponding X negative, that is corresponding conjugate base is a weak conjugate base. So for comparing the HF and HI, the one having stronger conjugate base would be weak acid. So based upon these are the corresponding conjugate bases for all the halogens. Here we can see that smaller the size, more is the electron density. This we all know. And more is the basic strength. So more is the basic strength means stronger would be the conjugate base. So as we know that size is increasing as we move from fluorine to iodine. So fluorine is having more, F negative is having more basic strength. That means the conjugate acid of HF is more stronger in comparison to the conjugate base of HI. So HI is having more acidic strength in comparison to HF. So this explanation of conjugate base, strength of conjugate base, also explains the observed order of acidic strength of halogen acids, that is hydroacids of halogens. So this is all about the hydrides of halogens. Acidic strength of halogen acids is very important. It can be explained on the basis of von Pajan-Haber cycle and on the basis of conjugate base strength concept. These are the two concepts. Based upon the electronegativity and based upon the atomic size is the initial thing. Then the actual order explanation is actually done based upon the von Pajan-Haber cycle and the strength of the conjugate base. So this is all about the hydrides of group 17 elements. In the next video, we'll be discussing about the oxides. Thank you.